Hey everyone, this is Ludo, picking up the work in this room right where we left off in the previous episode. Right now I'm reinforcing the structure of what will become the second floor deck. I decided to keep as many of the original beams as possible, since they're still in very good condition and strong enough to last for many years. That said, I prefer to double the load transfer onto the walls using new timber, either secured with chemical anchors or tied directly into the structure of the floor below. I also need to recreate the opening for the future staircase, which will provide access to the upper level, with a small circulation space all the way around. Perimeter framing is almost complete. But before fixing the last ledger board, I first fill in the area where the old baseboard used to be with some lime mortar. The wall is slightly hollow in a few spots, and I'm also adding a small reinforcement in the corner right next to it. Can now securely anchor this new support in place. Another quick cleanup once again, just to protect the OSB from premature wear caused by sand and the dust. One last reinforcement directly below the beam that will form one side of the stair opening. Install the first joist hanger at the correct height. And using the laser level, I check that it lines up perfectly with the ledger board opposite it. Looks great. Repeat the same process on the other side. Then between those two supports, I add 2 more hangers and 1 additional beam. And just like that, the outline of the stair opening is clearly defined. Let's move on to a bit of decoration. I've kept several pieces of the original beams that were still in good condition, which used to sit in the path of the future staircase. I'm going to install 2 transverse beams beneath the main ceiling beams, partly for aesthetics, but also to add even more rigidity to the floor above. Next, install a small post that will help support the future staircase. It rests on a load-bearing zone that I'd already planned for in the previous floor to handle this additional weight. Then connect it to the large round post with a horizontal brace. Finally, I add a diagonal brace. Set up the laser level one more time to check the overall alignment of the beams. Everything is perfectly level. Can now move on to installing a wooden sill plate, which will play an important role in the next stage of the floor construction. But to find out exactly how it will be used, you'll have to wait for the next episode. See you soon on RenovHome.